Written in a natural, engaging style, with a strong hook and smooth flow after nearly 7 weeks of explosive courtroom drama, the defense team for Sean Diddy Combs dropped a bombshell move. They rested their case in less than 20. That's right, just 20 minutes after a marathon prosecution that brought over 30 witnesses to the stand. Diddy's legal team quietly closed their side with almost no fanfare. This sudden and surprising decision sent shockwaves through the courtroom and left many wondering what's the strategy behind such a swift exit. Could this be a sign that the defense feels confident they've already done enough, or is there something else going on behind the scenes? The answer isn't simple,
and no
but one
longer
thing's
has a
clear.
voice
This
who will
trial
pursue
just took a
justice
dramatic
for her
twist
accusation.
that nobody saw coming.
As of the
Instead
taken
of calling
against Diddy,
witnesses or putting
no
Sean
expansion
Diddy
of the
Combs on
investigation,
stand, the defense
no
leaned
isolation
heavily
orders,
on one key
no
piece of
equipment
evidence.
access,
A handful
no
of private
suspension of
text
attorney
messages. These weren't
communication.
just any text.
Everything
They were
inside
personal
solitary block C
conversations
continued
between
as
Diddy and two
before.
women closely
Everything
tied to the
except
case,
the fear.
including singer
If a
Cassie
female
Ventura
warden
and a
can
woman
vanish after a
identified only
single
as
nothing
Jane.
except
The
the
defense
fear.
argued these
If a
messages
female
reveal a
warden
very
can
different
vanish
story
after
than
a
the
single note,
prosecution's.
ones
One
who
where the
once worked
encounters were
overnight in that
consensual,
area,
and the women were
the
making
ones who
their own
filed for
choices,
leave
not
without giving a
victims
reason,
trapped by
the ones
coercion
who
or
saw but
manipulation.
never spoke.
In
No
court,
one
one
mentions the
message
note,
stood out.
but
Jane
everyone
telling
knows it
Diddy,
appeared.
"I always have fun,"
And if what it says
referring
is
to their
true,
so-called
then
hotel
punishment.
nights. This text
Part
became a
3.
centerpiece for
The
the
person
defense's
no
claim
longer
that
in
the
the
women
system.
were willing
The internal
participants,
personnel database of
challenging
the Atlanta
narrative of
Federal
forced
Detention Center
trafficking.
updated its
Perhaps the
weekly
biggest
roster.
surprise came
Under the
when Sean
category
Diddy
Special
Combs chose
Personnel
not
Code
to testify
Adjustment,
in his own
the
defense.
name of Warden
Speaking
TD was
directly to
marked
the
as
judge,
removed from
he made it
system
clear,
by
"It's my
administrative
decision
order.
with my lawyers."
There was no decision
Not
number
to testify,
recorded,
legal
but was
experts say this,
deactivated.
but in order
Her
for him
personal
to,
contact
he either
information
going to have to
disappeared
accept
from the internal
challenger,
network
or
exactly
those are the only
36
two
hours
options. I'm
after
going
she
to do
filed her
my job
complaint.
as a communicator.
The changelog was executed from the
Yeah, I'm
system's
gonna
highest
communicate. I'm gonna
access level
communicate.
server, a device
And
bearing
Kevin
the
Hart this
identifier
way, was what said,
DCCA1,
yeah, and what
located
we
in the
feel should
coordination
happen.
office on the
That's
4th floor
let
of
him
the
know.
Security
The
Administration
king on
Wing.
his trail. But I don't
Only
want
2
nothing but
individuals
action.
possess
I
the
don't want
authority to
nothing but
perform
action.
a
An
system-level
opportunity
personnel
say no
removal
more,
at that
say no
tier,
more.
the head
I
of
will
Federal
go and do
Human
the in front of
Resources
millions.
and the
Say,
Detention
listen,
Center.
say no more. I
No
will do my
confirmation
job.
exists as patient was made.
Okay, well you just let
The
me know,
removal
guys,
of
'cause I'm
Warden
looking for a
TD's
jet.
name was not
He got a
accompanied
party
by
tonight.
any or protective
I'm looking for a
reassignment.
jet.
At
I'm going up there
11:20
and I'm gonna
a.m.,
commandeer
a
his
printed copy
celebration.
of the
Jesus
personnel
Christ.
deployment chart was
That man
generated
said,
in preparation
"Command,
for the new
dare,
week's
when
schedule.
start using words
Under the
like
section
that.
marked Internal
That's when you're
Alert,
serious.
TD's name
I'm a commandeer celebration. Let them know happy birthday and all that old. But what the fed is you gonna do, sir? Yeah, you want the smoke, you want all the smoke. I gotta say, they breath about us all these years. Well, that's the good news. I ain't said nothing. No, but you from Philly, y'all had our own battles with New York. You from Philly, that ain't for us. That ain't for us, that ain't for us. You know, no, that ain't for us. Yeah, that ain't for us. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all gotta make it to the mailbox and back alive. You know what I'm saying? We ain't, I got you. Yeah, that ain't for us. You know what I mean? But Atlanta versus New York. I'm the king down here. I'm speaking for the people down here. Don't go around me. Don't talk to nobody but me. Don't nobody want no smoke but me. You speaking for New York. Bring on. Let's see who really got the guy action. Go and let's see who really is this down here. Give me an hour. I'm about to get on the horn. Okay, about to take a shot. Yes. About to take a shot. I need to take me one too, gang. Yeah, take a shot. Hey man, hey, huh? I love you. Yeah. What's up? I love you too, man. But it ain't about all that right now. Not right now. Not right now. Hey, not right now. Cause hey, I need action. Action, I'm doing this for you gotta be for something, man. Cause I seen post today where they were saying that you were supposed to be in, I guess, one of the power, what's the name, I guess, 2 of the actors on the show said that you were actually supposed to be on the show, and then they replaced you with Meth Man, and they weren't expecting it or something. That's not true. Vi and I, we were executive producers on a different show outside of the Power universe. But no, man, me and 50 cool. I'm the only one who's not offended by his brass approach, and he's not offended by mine. So, we play rough, but we ain't no issue.
Speechless. When the
Hey,
first
what's
images
happening,
from the
homie
federal
T-Man?
raid on Diddy's
You know what I'm
$40
saying?
million
You watching
Los
Hard
Angeles
Knock
estate
TV.
were released,
You understand
no
my
one expected
homegirl,
this.
Bombay,
Neatly stacked
giving
in
it to
display
you West
cabinets like
Coast
prized
style,
possessions
Cali.
were
Loving
200
it.
bottles of
You
baby
dig that?
oil. Right
And you
next
heard
to
it
them,
from the King
over
K.
900 bottles
ING
of
period.
lubricant.
rows
except
and
no
rows.
substitutes.
It looked less like
You
a
dig
home
now.
and more like a
We usually
warehouse for
expect
something
you,
far more
anyone's coming
disturbing.
at you,
These
that
weren't
you
the
won't
kind of
come
items
back.
most people
But I
keep in
see that
bulk,
you and what
but
I've
for
been reading is
investigators,
that
it painted a
you've
chilling
changed
picture.
your
Why
mentality.
would one of the most powerful men in
But how do
hip-hop
you
need this much?
how are
And
you
more
dealing with
importantly,
when like
what
the 50
exactly were they
cents
used
are
for?
coming at you? Well, I mean,
It
honestly,
started
man,
with a
like to
knock,
be
then a battering
perfectly
ram.
honest with you,
On a
man,
quiet morning in March
I gotta deal with
2024,
each
Homeland
situation
Security
as how
agents
he
stormed
come out of
Sean
the
Diddy
person's
Combs'
mouth.
LA mansion
You can
in the elite
misinterpret
neighborhood of
songs,
Holmby Hill.
lyrics. You know what I'm
Not long
saying?
after,
When you're
another
being
team hit
interviewed
his
and
Miami
someone asks
property
you,
on the
how do
glitzy
you
Star
feel about
Island.
this? I
These
gotta
weren't just
take that.
casual searches.
Take that.
These were federal raids with
I
helicopters
gotta take
overhead,
your
agents in full
verbal
tactical
rather than
gear,
listen
and entire
to your
blocks on
lyrics and jump to a
lockdown. What were they
conclusion. And
looking
when I
for?
heard him
That
speaking
question didn't
on
stay
it, he
unanswered for
said he
long.
wasn't talking
Inside
about
the
me.
sprawling
You know what I'm
17,000
saying?
square foot
He and me and
mansion,
50
agents
always had a
uncovered a
decent
scene that
rapport.
left even
You know,
seasoned
it was never
investigators
nothing
allegedly
negative.
planned
So,
and controlled the
and
sex
like he said this in
performances,
conversation
which
at the
called
same time.
freak-offs.
He say, man,
And he opted
he's never
electronically
had a
recorded
problem
them.
with
50
saying
bottles.
people's names
We're
when he's
talking
speaking
hundreds.
on them.
It
And like
looked
that's
less like
not like 50 if he going at somebody, he usually say their name and make it known. It's usually not ever whether or not, you know what I'm saying? And so I think that it's just unnecessary to jump to a conclusion and, you know, create an issue where there is none. Now, with Shorty Love, I see you've kind of let that just go to the side. Is this something that you just are kind of like, I'm over dealing with beef? I mean, it's lame for real, dog. Like this is not what we started rapping for, you know what I'm saying? Like if anything, man, everybody has a position to play in life. My position is to win, be the best at what I do, and look good doing it. You know what I'm saying? Other people's in position where their position is to hate. You know what I'm saying? They hate because they can't do what I do. They hate because they can't look as good doing what I do as I do. They hate because they ain't got as much money as me. They ain't as successful as me. So because of that hate from within, they spew negativity without, you know, on the outside. Like, and I acknowledge that, accept that, and that after that, man, you know, ain't nothing to do but address it, dismiss it, and destroy it. Period. That's all you gotta do, man. Success, man, kills all that. Dog success kills all that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you can say what you want to say, homeboy, but I'm still where I'm at. You still where you at. Paul ain't nothing gonna
Present,
change.
and no
about
longer
that,
has a
homeboy.
voice who will
And I know
pursue
you hate
justice
that,
for her
but I'm laughing
accusation.
like, what do you think?
As of the
what
Aiken
exactly
against
is
Diddy,
happening between these
no
two?
expansion of
Let
the
us know in the
investigation,
comments below,
no
and
isolation
if you
orders,
like this video,
no
hit that
equipment
subscribe
access,
button
no
so that you
suspension
never
of
miss
attorney
out on any new
communication.
videos.
Everything
Until then,
inside Solitary
fam,
Block
keep it
C
real,
continued
but
as
this is
before.
about another kind of
Everything
tip that
except
can
the
help our
fear.
mothers,
If a
our
female
sisters,
warden
our
can
brothers,
vanish
and
after
our
a single
fathers.
nothing
Help get
except
the
the fear.
perpetrators who
If
commit
a female
crimes
warden can
against them
vanish
off the
after a
streets.
single note,
All you
ones
gotta
who
do
once
is call
worked
Crime
overnight in
Stoppers.
that
Be
area,
anonymous,
the ones who
and there's
filed
even a
for leave
reward.
without giving
The
a
number to
reason,
Crime
the ones who
Stoppers,
saw but never
Atlanta,
spoke.
is 404
No one mentions the note,
577.
but everyone
That's
knows it
404
appeared. And if what it
577.
says is true,
TP
then
Channel 2,
punishment.
community
Part
coverage.
3.
You can
The
count
person
on
no longer in the
music,
system.
laughter.
The internal
I'm so
personnel
rich,
database of
Ratchet.
the Atlanta Federal
Let's-
Detention
let's-
Center
you know,
updated
let's-
its weekly
let's how we
roster.
feel in the flex,
Under the
making me feel like we
category
gotta
Special
come outside.
Personnel Code
Now we gotta
Adjustment,
come outside.
the name of Warden
Now come on.
TD was
Now
marked
come
as
on.
removed from
Stay
system
playing
by
with us,
administrative
heat,
order.
heat,
There was no
music.
decision
What
number
up?
recorded.
What up?
It was
Music.
deactivated.
I can't get
Her
moved
personal
wasn't about
contact
dodging
information
questions,
disappeared
but a
from the
carefully
internal
calculated
network
strategy
exactly
taking the
36
stand
hours
could
after
have
she
opened
filed
Diddy
her
up to
complaint.
intense
The changelog was
cross-examination,
executed from
potentially
the
weakening his
system's
case.
highest
Instead,
access
by
level
staying
server,
silent,
a device
his
bearing
team
the
avoided giving the
identifier
prosecution any
DCCA1
new
located in the
ammunition.
coordination
It was a
office on the
bold
4th
gamble,
floor of the
one
Security
that leaves
Administration
many
Wing.
wondering how this silence
Only
will
2
play with the
individuals
jury
possess the
when they
authority to
start
perform
deliberating
a
on the
system-level
other side.
personnel
The
removal at that
prosecution's
tier,
case
the
was
head of
anything
Federal
but quiet
Human
over more
Resources
than 6
and
weeks.
Detention Center.
Federal prosecutors
No
called more than
confirmation
30
exists
witnesses
as patient
from
was
former
made.
employees
The
to
removal of
alleged
Warden
victims
TD's
and
name was
insiders
not
close
accompanied
to
by
Diddy's
any
business
or
circle.
protective
Their story
reassignment.
was damning. They
At
painted a
11:20
picture
a.m.,
of
a
Diddy
printed
running
copy of the
sophisticated
personnel
criminal
deployment chart
enterprise
was
where
generated
women
in
were dry
preparation for the new
controlled
week's
and
schedule.
coerced into acts
Under the
against
section
their
marked
will.
Internal Alert,
Prosecutors
TD's
described
name
the chilling system of violence, surveillance, and manipulation designed keep the women trapped. Every detail seemed to build on a pattern of abuse and control that, if believed, could spell disaster for the music mogul. Argument was clear: violence, while regrettable, does not equal trafficking. As one of Diddy's attorneys put it, the women involved were adults capable of making their own choices, and they could leave the situation at any time they drew a sharp legal line between domestic violence and traffic, insisting that the government hadn't proven coercion or manipulation on the level. Prosecutors claimed this counterpoint aimed to shift doubt into the jury's minds, challenging the prosecution's version of events and putting the spotlight on what exactly counts as trafficking under the law. Now all eyes are on the final phase of the trial. Closing arguments are scheduled for Thursday and Friday, where both sides will make their last push to convince the jury. After that, deliberations will likely begin early next week. The stakes couldn't be higher if convicted on the most serious charges. Diddy Combs could be facing life behind bars. This trial has captivated not just the music world, but legal experts and fans across the globe. What happens next could change everything for Diddy's legacy and send shockwaves through the industry. Whether Sean Diddy Combs walks free or faces serious consequences, the case shines a spotlight on the complexities behind high-profile legal battles and the dark realities that sometimes lurk beneath the surface. The final verdict could rewrite the rules for celebrities caught in the crosshairs of the law. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over, and the next chapter might just shock